in just yet. Nice setup from Envyus. They're getting ready. They believe that it could have a potential for a B push, but if anything came through Ivy, you can see the lineup of players. They are ready and prepared. Optic start making their way down though. And it's all eerily quiet here for the Envyus players. They're waiting for Optic to explode onto a bomb site. It's going to be down to see what Happy can do here, if he can catch any players as they look to execute. Freiburg with all the utility as they get ready to push in here. First flash goes off over. Happy has to fall back, but they're not even moving just yet. Optic playing the mind games here.
Trying to draw an over rotation perhaps out of Envyus, but here comes the real push. The smoke has been deployed, and here comes Optic Gaming pushing onto this B site.
Now RPK is only just spotting out one player, but he instantly gets tagged down to 33 health. Envyus on the back foot. Magis getting very close, but he does get taken down straight away after getting the first kill. Bomb is down though, and now Envy have to mount a comeback. They have to come into this and try and put the work in. RPK unable to do anything from up high. Mixor shuts him down, but Happy and Scream trying to reply. Back and forth trades, puts it into a 2 versus 2. HS sneaking all the way around, doing the early bit of damage there onto Happy. Freiburg now in a 1 versus 2. Really goes into a bad situation, and they still manage to get it done. HS comes in with a knife, and HS was just too far away. Left Freiburg in that 1v2. Causing HS to try and run desperately in there, but he was never going to make it all the way to the forward front of that train. And sadly, this time around, Optic couldn't close it out despite getting all the kills. Good round from Envy. Very lucky towards the end there. It was very touch and go.
Due to that knife coming out from HS, though, as well as the bomb plant, Optic are going to be able to buy straight back in. You see 2 rifles, 2 upgraded pistols, and a UMP. So a mixed match buy, but they know they're not going to be going up the greatest buy against with Envy either. You see on their screen 3 rifles, and Magis starts it off strong, dropping Scream already.
Yeah, Scream taking out the equation. XMS on top of the train. He knows where they are. He's trying to tap them down. Finds the first kill, but he's hungry for more. Alu with the AK in hand, though, will be able to dominate him. The bomb has been planted once again. And it doesn't seem like Envyus expected this. Mixwell sprayed out there. RPK comes in to tag him down, get the kill. And now Alu sneaking around. Gets the first. Freiburg found one of his own, and that's nice and easy. They walk straight into it. RPK didn't know where to look or where to turn, and now we sit in a 1-1 situation. Envy completely caught off guard, and that's not something you see every day.
Beautiful triple out of Alu, splits the round wide open and gets one on the board for Optic Gaming, immediately resetting Envyus after winning that prior pistol round. You see again, Alu so key in that round. And this time, Envyus will be forced on the back foot. Upgraded pistols across the board, as well as mostly Kevlar. Optic, look at the weapons in their hands. 4 rifles and an AWP already, only in round 3.
Yeah, Alu rocking that AWP already is a scary sight to see as he picks up the first kill. Scream goes down, and Envy instantly start to realize, okay, we're up against a heavy set of weaponry coming out of Optic. The bomb will be planted on the A bomb site, and the best thing they can hope for here is to try and push their way in and force up with that Deagle and CZs in hand.
Gonna try and get some exits at least for some reinvestment. There is currently a kit in RPK's back pocket, if they are able to somehow make it that close to the bomb. But you see these after plant positions looking good from Optic. No one falling just yet. Envyus are going to be keen to try and get something going in this later round.
RPK takes down Magis. Will go and look for the gun. Can't grab it just yet, but he does manage to get a second kill. He's being hunted down. They're all pushing towards him, but this is huge. Alu is the only one left, picks up the second kill, and that was a swift flick shot, but he will go down. Sixer grabs the AWP. Happy can't make it in time to grab an AK, but that's all Envyus needed. That's a huge saving to their bank balance with that in the hands of Sixer.
Unbelievable shots coming out of RPK to disrupt the balance a little bit over towards the Optic squad. Thanks to that money they've built up, they'll still be able to get a buy, no problem.
Boom, that flick. XMS.
Does eventually change hands. You should see in this replay here, it does fall, and Envyus steal that away. So an AWP in the hands of Six, and now the rest of his teammates will be ecoing, going up against this 5 AK side over on Optic.
That was a heavy rebuy from Optic, though. They pulled the AWP in thinking, oh, this will be easy now. Envy won't have anything to work with. Instead, they held back, didn't push forward, and even now the CZs are causing all the damage here against the Optic side. Scream making it work. Sixer finds the kill onto Alu. This is a winnable situation now. Freiburg, he has to clutch this out, but the Orb's too strong for him. Sixer makes it work. The bomb's being defused, and Envyus turned this around in a way that Optic could have never seemed like it was going to be possible.
So back and forth already. Ties the scoreline up once more, 2-2 now. Envyus, that AWP in the hands of Sixer, paying dividends. 2 kills into the round, gets them 1 on the board. And finally now, some normality has been restored. We'll see Envyus with a buy, and Optic are going to be forced to eco. But it's taken 5 rounds to get to this point. A little bit of back and forth after that immediate pistol round. But Envyus looking poised to take the lead now in this second map.
Envyus have come to bring the pain. Optic look strong, look confident, picked up the first couple of rounds. Then Envy start fighting back. They make it work. And now we see Optic back on the pistols. They literally can't buy anything. The best thing they can hope for is to just try and get the bomb down, as they're all being sprayed and ripped apart here. This is an easy hold for Envy. Can Mixwell even find the kill? It does with the burst clock. Not something we see that often. 2 members do go down from Envy, but it's not going to be that bad for them, as all of Optic will fall, and Envy do take the lead with the 3rd on the board.
RPK goes down swinging as well, getting 3 kills before being dispatched of. He'll have plenty of money in the bank, along with the rest of his squad. You see Sixer there with 7.5k. 2.5 grand across most of the other members, so looking okay, but still in a decent danger of being reset. Want to deal with this round coming out of Optic Gaming now to start giving them a good advantage going into the first half.
And remember, say Envy picked up this best of 3. They would have had to play every single game here today, because they would go then into the grand finals. The endurance of this team would start to show. While Optic, this is their first game. They've got to warm up on Inferno. Now it's time for them to shine. Sixer looking towards Ivy, AWP in hand. He's looking for this first opening. He's only up against AK-47s on the Optic side. He sees the molly go over. He's going to stand there for just a little bit, but he will fall away. Took a lot of damage, though. And I know why they stay in it, because they wait to see if they'll push out from the back of the flames. But instead, he eats all the damage down to 52 health. But Scream takes down Alu. Good start for him. Mixwell now looking for the opening, looking to try and return the favor, looking to try and take down Scream and find a CT going over aggressive. But Envyus keeping themselves at bay. XMS now again towards Ivy, using that smoke to his advantage. Magisk is just walking through it. Scream does get taken down. It's a good start for Magisk, but there's one behind him. XMS finds the kill. They're trading it out. Mixwell's made his way into A main. He's trying to do some further damage here. Happy with the AWP in hand. They were playing that double AWP setup, but it is going to be able to work for him so far. The bomb gets planted. RPK's held at bay towards Connector, but they can push out together. The flash goes out from the T side, and Freiburg will pick up the kill. 2 versus 2 now. Freiburg with a second one. Freiburg making all the action here and all the movements for the Optic side, and he will force Happy to run away and save.
Saving this AWP would be key going in the following rounds, as we previously mentioned. The money currently on Envyus is a little back and forth. Happy with only 250 in the bank. So if he's able to take this into the next round, can throw it over to Sixer, who can throw him a rifle in exchange. They will be able to bring another buy going in the next one. Optic, though, bursting their way onto A site, gets another round in the bag, stops that reset potential for coming in, and ensures that they'll be able to have some of their own weaponry in the further rounds.
Well, the crazy thing for Envy there was they rolled that double AWP setup. They had the one that they picked up from Alu. They then bought their own, which is a heavy investment, and instantly they end up losing out there. Freiburg coming up with 2 huge key frags to make it work, and now we're in an even situation again. Envy unable to capitalize on that round. Optic able to fire back and push themselves around here on train.
Happy opting to keep that AWP in hand, actually, and Sixer getting one of his own. So they are going to try out this double AWP setup now against Optic, who are still in danger of being reset. Not a lot of money across the board for these team members. So if this investment does pay off, it could be huge for Envyus.
Scream pushed up in Pop Dog. Flames not reaching him yet. RPK being chased down, but that works out perfectly for him. He does take a bit of damage, but he is able to find the kill. Scream looking to work up this Pop Dog area. He spots out one, starts spraying him down, tags Freiburg to 53 health, and nearly gets the kill onto Mixwell as well. A lot of damage done there, but he can't find the frags. 4 versus 4, and it's not over just yet. HS managed to sneak all the way around. How has he been able to do this? Nearly picks up a 3rd kill onto Sixer, and now Sixer's all alone. AWP in hand, and Mixwell sprays him through the smoke, aware of where he would be. Beautiful round there from Optic, but how did HS get all the way round there when Envy should have had that area secured?
So Sneaky gets the round on the board, and like I said, Envyus are going to be forced to eco after that reset round. Going to call a timeout as well, discuss what went wrong and what needs to change in the next rounds, because Optic Gaming has just taken the lead. And thus far, no shining star on that Optic Gaming lineup. All of these members just stepping up together and playing like a cohesive unit thus far on their T side.
Now, I like the idea of them using a tactical timeout here, because you've got to discuss what went wrong in that round. They started off with the first kill, Magisk went down, RPK was on top of it. Optic then moved around positions. HS was able to lurk so far, but completely undetected with a Galil in hand. That should have never happened.
Somehow slipping through the cracks, weren't able to see how he managed that. Perhaps some trickery with some smoke, some vanishing tricks. Turns himself into a wizard for just that one round and makes a round appear out of a hat for Optic Gaming.
Oh, Sixer trying to sneak up, get himself some cover in Ivy, but Optic too fast for him. HS finds the kill. HS leading the charge, and he's back on point with Alu finding XMS now. It is only pistols for Envy, but Optic continue their dominance. Freiburg working his magic. Another kill for HS. And 5-3 now. Optic T-side train, making it happen, making it work. And Envy now are the ones on the back foot. They're the ones chasing the heels of Optic.
Flawless round as well for Optic, which is important when you're on this T-side. Want to have a good buffer to fall back onto. Knowing that the CTs have to spend more on their utility, their weapons. It's important that if you lose a round, you have the ability to immediately reset them. That is where you can get a bulk of T rounds, keeping the CTs on the back foot money-wise.
Scream towards electric box early on as the smokes have gone down. He starts to spray towards A main in case anyone is poking out of there, but he won't find anything just yet. Sixer will have to be careful from Ivy. He's not sure where Alu will be playing from. Usually towards T main or Ivy, but AWP in hand, he's going to be dangerous. As Envy look to have a very defensive setup here on the A bomb site. Sixer playing towards the back of Ivy. The smokes go down, utilizing his position and making sure he can't catch him off guard. He'd have to push through it if he wanted to find the kills. But he needs to communicate this with his team so they can come in and see what's going on. Freiburg leaving the charge at Ali. No spray coming through just yet. And this is nice from Envy. They see the B's pretty quiet. It's clear. They're going to work their way around. Boost up through it. Try and gain some control here. Happy looking to work his way down the stairs, but he finds the kill, even with HS ready and waiting for him. This is the chance they needed. This is the chance they wanted as XMS sprays out one. Scream pulling up as well as six are there to get the final one. Only Alu remains. He was all the way back at T main, and now he's all alone. AWP in hand, surely just going to go and save this. You don't want to take the risk at this stage.
Envyus looking to strike back with a flawless round of their own. Bringing this round differential now just down to 1. Currently 5 rounds over towards Optic. Alu will do well to save this up. You can see Envyus all on the hunt, wanting to remove that rifle from his hands. Gonna have to put up a fight if he wants to keep this.
Manages to get the first kill, but now they know exactly where he's hiding and what he's up to. 5-4, Envyus not allowing Optic to slip too far into the lead. Still all to play for here, as they will come in with a good enough buy. This will be a true firefight with Alu on the AWP again. Almost a repeat of the previous round.
Thanks for that extra money on Optic Gaming. Envyus once again in danger of being reset if they do lose this round. Scream, the only man with a good stack of cash in the bank. He is playing this pop dog position. See what he can find early on.
RPK again, starting off quite aggressive towards the lower B side. Drops in Cedric grenade down early as he heard the footsteps, but no one was pushing just yet. XMS looking to gain some coverage here towards the A main area. There's a couple of players from Optic waiting around there, but they're not pushing through just yet. Optic and Mixwell in Pop Dog. But these smokes are providing enough coverage that Envyus can currently stay hidden. Optic have no information to work with, and they're now going to have to choose where they want to go and how they want to execute.
Spread out across the map are Envyus waiting for this push, and Mixwell and HS are the ones to make first contact over towards A.
Yeah, tapping them down, but can't find the kills just yet. Magis looking around, and they actually catch XMS off guard. Freiburg picking up one of his own. What can Scream do from this position? Only gets one kill, has to fall back. One-man advantage for Optic as the bomb is down. You see Freiburg continue to move around, keep himself well hidden now, hiding behind that green train. Only Scream left alive. Sprays out one, looks to try and get the one tap in, but he can't make it happen just yet. 3 members left for him to 5 on the Optic Gaming lineup. And he will just fall back through connector. Ensure that he's not being chased down because he's unaware of where they all are. He's only seen 2 so far. And rightly so, because there was one player coming through CT Sport.
Magisk and HS currently trying to close in his position. Scream looks like he will be able to save safely. None of them pushing in too deep, just checking over towards CT spawn. He will get that rifle in the next round, but still a reset round for Envyus. Scream wants to drop some pistols as well as a rifle, see what they can get. Likely to be a 7th round on the board for Optics, as we can see the money looking good. Off in the hands of Alu. Full utility, full AKs, full Kevlar, everything you could ever wish for.
If Optic can pick up this round, really put the hurt on Envy, then they can start to build something to work with here. Only a 2-round lead at the moment, but they've been here before, and Envy have been able to reply. Good fast pistol coming out from RPK. Does get the kill onto Mixwell, but won't be able to grab the gun just yet. They're being forced back, but Optic can just use the angles to their advantage. They've got the long-range weapons. Scream still taking that AK. Now, there is a lot of damage he could do from here, but he has to be able to react fast enough to back his teammates up. XMS and Happy on Ivy. The smoke's gone down. XMS has given away his position. Happy almost looks over to him and say, like, what are we actually now going to do here? As XMS picks up the kill onto Magis, that gives them 2 guns to work with. 6 are up high. And at the moment, he could allow them potentially to go into the B site if they don't come here. HS is going to be the point man for it. He's ready and waiting. Taps down the first, but can't find the kill. Doesn't manage to make it connect. HS walks away with 100 health. Nice and easy for him. He's going to flush out the other CT member. There's 2 still on B. Scream's in a really good spot. It's the first kill, but he wasn't ready for HS to be that far down. Happy's able to reply, and now Alu has to be very careful. He doesn't have the bomb, but he does have an AWP. He doesn't have a lot of health, and luckily, Happy ducks down at the right time, avoids the bullet from Alu. He's trying to challenge a CZ versus the AWP. This is an aim duel and a half, as he will go to plant the bomb as the time's starting to tick away. Alu now in this 1 versus 1. The flash goes up, but Happy stands strong. He's not moving away just yet, and the CZ has the advantage in this situation. Tapping away. Alu still had to find exactly where he was, while Happy knew exactly where Alu was going to come from because of where that bomb went down. A 5th round secured for Envyus. They're going to be really happy with that, as Optic aren't able to push their lead any further.
2 kills coming out of Happy. Does well to finish off the low HP. Alu to secure another round on the board. Thankfully, because of that money over towards the Optic side, they will be greeted with a buy once more. Envyus must be feeling like it's impossible to break the economy, but they're getting close. If they were to win this round, they would be able to do it. Tie up some more easy rounds on the board, those economy rounds. Be able to mow through them, and currently an SMG in the hands of XMS. The money not great for Envyus. Want to start getting the last of this first half rounds on their side now.
Now, Envy have opted for this double AWP setup before. They haven't managed to make it work. It's key that they can stack a couple of rounds now and build a bank of economy to work with. It's key that they don't allow Optic to upset them, especially if they want to close this out in 2 maps. XMS up on the SMG. Now we can get up close and personal and try and catch Optic off guard, but he won't be able to play the long range fights. Not well enough against the AKs anyway. Alu's got his AWP in play, and Six are all happy are going to be able to neutralize him to ensure that Envy can take this win. Scream again, looking for their first openings for him on this A site. He can hear what's going on, he just hasn't found it yet.
Happy finding that early entry over towards B is that solo position, but Freiburg enters the site and gets Scream removed from the server.
How does Scream manage to miss that? He's not going to be happy with himself whatsoever. RPK looking to find some more, doing the damage, and he's backed up by XMS, but Alu still being the nuisance here. AWP in hand, causing all the damage as Mixwell will fall back. 25 seconds on the clock, and Alu drops the AWP, picks up an AK, now picks up the triple. It's only XMS left alive, and all he's got is an SMG. Mixwell closing it out. A 7th now on the board for Optic, and again, they're back with the 2-round lead.
And Envyus, again reset. Happy the only one with decent money. Optic doing so well to continually chase this economy, making sure that if they do lose a round, they're able to stop Envyus getting any traction off of it. And already 7 T rounds on train, looking like a strong performance from Optic, looking like a different squad than we previously saw in that first map.
Now, Sam, my question to you is, when do Envy stop going for this double AWP setup? Every time they get it in their hands, they end up paying the price for it, and it's so expensive.
We see another force buy coming up from Envyus. Upgraded pistols on that AWP over in the hands of Happy. Gonna have to do so much work if he wants to take down this fully armored Optic Gaming.
They've done it before. Can they do it again? Envy on the forced pistols. Happy starting off with the first kill. They need to be able to grab the weaponry though. And that's exactly what Happy's going to try and help his teammate do to continue to push up here. And this is where they have the best opportunities.
3 members of Envyus still over towards those trains on A. Happy in that connector role. This is going to be key. You can see the Ivy push coming in.
Six in a great spot there. He doesn't even have to move. RPK does all the work for him. Doesn't get taken down. The CZ comes up huge. Mixwell traded out. Instantly taken down. And now Alu, the man of the moment from last round in the 1 versus 4, able to do absolutely nothing as RPK comes in with the final one. Shuts him down and puts it 7-6. Optic unable to really grab a foothold into this. They've been able to get a couple of rounds in lead. But that's it, every single time. Envy find a way, they make it happen. And incredibly, Envy are doing it up on all the forces as well.
RPK 3K will finally give them a foothold into the economy of this game. Optic for the first time in seemingly forever. They're going to be forced on an odd buy. Halu, once again, we see that 4-4 in hand, that revolver. Going to see if he can get any more cowboy kills. And Envyus will have the upper hand in weaponry for now. They do get that extra AWP up with the hands of Optics. They're going to get a free double AWP setup this time, not having to invest in it themselves. Now we do get to see the full utility coming out from most of these members.
Now, it's been a while since we've seen Optic on the pistols. Ali with that revolver. Now he keeps going for it. We saw some rounds where he made it work before. He hasn't had much luck so far on train. Envy again can't be too cocky though. There's always a potential they could get reset. Mixwell's taking loads of damage there. He'll just burn alive. XMS getting a second kill there. Alu taken out of the equation. HS jumping around Pop Dog at the moment, just trying to bait out the shots at this stage. But Scream holds strong. He's ready and waiting for it as Sixer takes down Freiburg. Only Magisk left alive. Sixer takes a few pot shots with the CZ. Magisk getting tanked up heavily. And XMS comes up strong with the triple kill. 7-7. Envyus looking to take the lead into this half.
Envyus deal with that eco round flawlessly. All members surviving. Going into the final round will have anything they desire, which is looking like a double AWP set, but we've seen a few times. Full utility, of course, and the fuse kits. Optic Gaming are going to be forced to play with 2 UMPs. Alu, at least, does have that big green gun he's such a big fan of. But he's going to have to find the openings now for his team. And going up against 2 AWPs, he's going to have to be careful of what angles he faces.
Scream going very aggressively towards A main there. RPK again, holding this angle time and time again. Surprisingly enough, Optic haven't reacted to it and just pre-fired the angle because it's pretty much been every round that he's tried this. Sixer does see the jump go across. He isn't aware of it as Alu misses the first shot, but Scream's not going to push further forward just yet. Smoke goes down. Sixer takes a pot shot, but he won't be able to find anyone, and Scream gets caught off guard. Alu challenging him. Alu gaining control for Optic here in A main. That's a big hit now because Scream's lost control. Sixer finds the kill. Alu with a third. Alu's doing all the work here for Optic, helping them get into their site, and they're looking to take the last round of the first half here. RPK in a good spot to do some damage, but how much can he really do from here? No one spotted him out yet, and finally Alu picks up the fourth. Can he get the fifth? Only Happy remains, and Alu! He just keeps doing it time after time with that AWP. It started on Inferno. He's putting it to work on Train. He's come up top trumps again and again.
Started that round with 3 beautiful entries, allowing his team onto the site, and then continuing it with 2 more. Picks up the ace. Alu stepping up when he needs to now, gets that round on the board for Optic and gives them the lead heading into the second half.
A vital round there for Optic. Can they keep it up though? Pistol round for him. And we've seen the damage that this team can do. CT side on Train. It's a respectable T start for him, as Mixwell will move around instantly. He expects the rush to come into this lower site because of that smoke. Magisboy unable to do anything in this situation though. The rush was too heavy. Envy are on top of it. Mixwell does manage to find one head, but there's still 4 more remaining. Freiburg, Mixwell and Alu, the only guys left alive. Tapping away. No other kills found just yet. There's XMS. Oh my god, XMS with the Glocks. Tapping away, nice and easy for him. And that was smooth, that was fast, and that secures Envyus the 8th.
Ties it up now, 8-8 with that pistol round. We need to make sure, though, they do not fall victim to what they did at that first pistol round, losing the round right after. Want to play this anti-eco carefully. We see they've invested so far in the 4 MAC-10s. I assume it's going to be 5. We've seen that from them before. 6 are actually going for the Galil. Going to be the point man now on this squad. Going to try and hold those long angles. Ensure that if any Optic members do start rushing in, they do not fall victim to those upgraded pistols.
Good start for XMS. The MAC-10s once again come into play. Envy love this 4 MAC-10 setup backed up by 1 rifle. It's worked for them so far. But we are on Train, slightly longer distances to work with here. And they are going up against Deagles. 1 USP up on Alu. It is a dangerous situation. They've got to play it smart. They can't underestimate Optic. And Mixwell starts off with 1, but RPK is able to instantly reply. XMS finds himself another. Alu's taken out of the equation. Magic's the only one left alive. Deagle in hand, working his way around, looking towards Ali. Can't find anyone just yet. He knows where the bomb is. And it's more about now for him what damage he can do and if he can just try and pick up a weapon.
Gonna see if he can get any exits. See if he can steal anything away. But thus far, Envyus just holding their angles. Likely to push out together anyway. So Magis is going to have to pull off something tremendous if he wants to somehow get a frag and a gun. But also, will not mind just stealing the Deagle away. Anything into the next round will help. And then you see XMS bouncing around the corner, takes his face off. And a round advantage now to Envyus.
Yeah, Magisboy struggling to react. They only got off 1 shot. As XMS bounded round the corner, MAC-10 in hand. Spraying him down. Good round for XMS though, built up a good amount of economy. Picked up a triple kill. And Optic, they need to hold it together, they need to hold strong. It's a crazy situation to be in, Sam, to think that one of these teams will not be making it through. One of them is going home after this game.
And that will start to play on your mind, James, once you start to think. When you go into this tournament thinking you're the favourites and pretty much expecting, oh yeah, we'll definitely get out, don't worry. We should start planning for the major qualifier. And now suddenly you're battling these players you face so many times in major tournaments just to even get that spot to qualify.
It just shows the skill that's up in Counter-Strike at the moment as Happy comes out of Ivy, tapping away with that Mac 10. He's being hunted down, but he's still finding the kills. He's still doing all the damage. But HS will take him down eventually, as the rest of his team are on this B bomb site. Scream getting up close and personal towards Connector. He's looking to hunt them down and do the damage. Alu is the man who's going to have the Mac 10 in his hands. Going to see what money he can make before going into the next round. See if he can take down some of these T's pushing forward. As it is just going to be a waiting game now for Optic.
Alu looking like he's going to be sent to save. Maybe they have a plan for that Mac 10, allow someone to not have to reinvest in a rifle. You see Mixwell and HS, just USPs in hand, going to try and see if they can find anything, damage the economy a little bit even. And the good thing about that Mac 10 investment early on, of course, Envyus will start to stack up cash now more and more. We'll have an even bigger buffer to fall back on.
Sixer and Happy chiming on the last few kills there. Happy obviously done so much damage towards Ali before being taken down early on with the Mac 10. The money won't be a problem here at all for Envyus. They've got a 2-round lead. Optic are on the back foot, but they've got the double AWP set up in play.
Mixwell and Alu now with one apiece. They will have to forgo their utility for those purchases. Of course, if they're able to get the picks, able to get the openings onto those sites, it'll be worth it. You see damage not quite traded just yet, though.
From the crazy games we've seen, which has required individual amazing performances, we're seeing both teams now push to their limits. It's been so back and forth across both maps in the end that you look at this as a real slaughter fest as Magisboy spraying down 2, finds himself the bomb as well. Optic unable to get into this B bomb site just yet. Magis still in the same spot, picks up the third. Scream just walks straight into it. This is a great start for him. An RPK thinks he's being sneaky, but Alu's ready and waiting for him. Tears him apart with the orb. Happy managing to spray down one, but that's all he's going to get as Freiburg replies. And another round now added to Optic. They're not allowing Envy to get away with this. They're not allowing Envy to rack up any more rounds and reset their money. Optic stands strong.
Looking good in that fire round. A nice hole coming out from Magisk over on this B site. Will shut down Envy before they can even get that bomb plant. Just putting them one round away now, but don't want to lose this following round. This is where we start to see teams blunder. If they get reset, they end up giving away so many rounds after just being forced to eco. And over on the other side, Envyus are in danger of being reset as well, so this is going to be a key round going into the future rest of this half.
Sixer is going to have to do the work here for Envyus to open this up. He's going up against Mixwell and Alu on the orbs, and Alu has been having a blinder of a game. But Happy allowed to get out so open, doing further damage there onto Mixwell, but can't find the kill. That got a little bit too scary now, as Envyus will make their way towards this B bomb site. RPK is going up high.
You see, though, the play is actually over towards Ivy, the bomb in the hands of XMS, and followed by Sixer. And they've sold this fake brilliantly, but Freiburg senses something's up. He's going to be on this site to greet these players.
You can hear what's going on. He's looking ready to do the damage, but Sixer, close range, AWP in hand, rips his head off and leaves it all up to Mixwell now. Surely he's not going to go for this. Surely he's just going to save, because this is an almost unwinnable situation, even for a man with Mixwell's skill. Could be looking at 11-9 now, as he will be going to walk away and save. Envy make it work. They sell the fake like a dream. And Optic were caught completely off guard, as it looks like Scream might be going on the hunt here, trying to see if he can find Mixwell running away to hide.
Very nice T-side play coming out from Envyus. That trickery gets them another round on the board. Extends their lead to now 2 rounds. XMS initially did take away Alu's rifle, but has now dropped it for an M4. So Envyus, unlike Optic, don't want that double AWP play. I think we just saw Scream fall to the bomb as well. So a little loss of investment, but not going to be that big of a deal. They do have money, so we'll be able to reinvest.
He might have forgot how close he was.
Yeah, a little keen on that hunt. Does mean he will fall, but still, 2 rounds now over towards Envyus. Optic will be forced to climb once more. We've seen them come back from much bigger deficits, but another deficit at that.
No, I'm not going to say Scream losing that AK is going to be that detrimental to him, but it will cost them money, right? So there is a rebuy that's going to come into effect. Everything plays a part, especially when the rounds are this close. Optic this time around, though, Mixwell with the saved AWP, everyone else just on pistols. This gives Envy a chance to build a bigger lead and maybe break the 2 rounds that they've only been able to get so far. RPK, oh, it's Magic's boy actually, sorry, spotted out there as RPK does the damage onto him.
XMS as well has bought a Mach 10 going in this round, knowing he's going to go up against Economy members, gets a headshot already, putting some cash on the board.
Oh, XMS able to run round, Mach 10 in hand. He's backed up by Happy, and this is just an onslaught from the Envious team. Optic Gaming are falling. They are faltering. And Mixwell, again, will just go run away and save because he knows he needs to hold on to that AWP for the next round. It's going to be 12-9 to Envious. They're getting ever so close to this. And could they close this out in a very convincing fashion?
Saving this AWP would be huge for Optic. Not ideal money anyway. Because of that loss bonus, will only be getting 1,900 into the next round. So any extra rifles you can take in, especially when it's the most expensive one that you play with, would be huge. But Mixwell is being chased down. Scream removes him, is not able to take that AWP into the following round. There is enough money for Ali to pick one up of his own. Mixwell, if he wanted to, could also go for an AWP with nothing else.
Risky.
But he does not, yeah. He does take the utility, will get those extra grenades as well as the rifle. But 2 for masses will also be over on the Optic Gaming side. Not an ideal buy.
Now, this is a lower buy for the Optic side, but they've got to make it work. Envious, they must feel like they're so close at this stage. They can smell it, they can feel it. But can they grab it? HS towards electric box. Freiberg looking down Ivy. The smoke's down. Envious looking to grab that control. Forcing Freiberg back down. He doesn't want to be pushed up and risk a position here. RPK working his way down towards B. Envious keeping it split at the moment. As Magic's boy drops the smoke down as soon as he hears anything going on above him.
We see heavy Ivy presence once more coming out from Envious. Freiberg is going to be the point man. He's going to have to stop this push. That incendiary grenade will force them back a little bit, start to question their decisions. I'm going to wait for that to go at least, and here comes utility. They're going to try and force their way through Ivy.
Yeah, they're going to push through Ivy, then Happy's going to pop out at main. Alu's attention's already to Ivy to back Freiberg up. Gets the first shot despite being blind. That's exactly the start they wanted there, but the rest of them will push in. RPK and Scream coming up with kills apiece. RPK continues to do the damage, but that spray down from Mixwell was beautiful, but it's just not enough. 2 versus 1, and all the pressure is now on Magisk. He's got to be able to make this work. Both players of Envyus are going to be looking for him as he works his way around. He did spot out one player there, continues to look around and find out where they might be hiding behind the trains, but this is so important. He doesn't have a kit to play with just yet.
Neither of the members were looking up, as you see Happy currently trying to find his surroundings, and RPK not looking either, but they are aware of his position now.
Oh, and they tag him down. Magisk unable to do anything with that. FAMAS tags him up to 14 health, but Envyus find the kill and they find the round. 13-9. And the money for Optic, it's looking dangerous. It's looking scary. Where do they go from here?
Optic are going to have to forego a 14th round to Envyus. The money is not good enough to do anything with. Are going to have to take another eco on the chin. They could get some upgraded pistols if they wanted to forgo some utility, but instead, doing the smart choice, just not buying anything, making sure they play all for that round.
Freiberg. Only a USP in hand. He's going to struggle to deal with Envyus at Ali. It's not going to be easy as they have all the weaponry, all the utility to work with. We don't see anything crazy coming out. from the Optic guys, though. Alu will fall on top of the train. Easy kill for Happy, but he does take some damage. Magisk in a good spot to give him a chance. He taps away, but RPK ends up being too strong. They are dinking him up, though. Damage is being done. It's just not the kills going in favor of Optic, as Mixwell will finally take him down. On XMS, actually, Mixwell continues to shine. He's found an opening. He's found the chance. Can he continue to push forward? They've got 1 AK to work with. They've taken down 2 players. Sixer finds the first. That's Mixwell dealt with. He hears the other USP. Six continuing to shine. Scream comes in with the final kill. The 14th round secured. Optic Gaming now looking around at a very difficult situation. How do we make this happen? Where do we go from here?
Optic Gaming are 2 round losses away from being knocked out of this minor and losing all chances of getting to that major qualifier in Atlanta to qualify for the Boston Major. We couldn't have seen it ending like this, James. How could we have known that Envyus were going to knock Optic Gaming out, not in the grand finals, but before they could even get there? Space Soldiers with that upset over Optic in the previous day has really thrown a spanner in the works, and now we see these 2 veteran lineups full of players we have seen. Of course, they are new lineups, but all these players you will have heard of before. And one group of them won't be going to that major qualifier.
And this is the problem. Both these teams were expected to go through. Both these teams mentally would have expected to go through. What happened at the beginning of that round for Envyus? What happened to the health?
There was some mistakes made, I believe, James.
Okay, that's not the start Envy wanted, but that gives Optic a glimmer of hope even further. Damage being made across the board, and maybe they can just shake it off, but kind of an important game to do that in. Magic's going to be holding B once again. The rotation already coming round. They're not taking any risks here, as it seems that Scream was the one that did all the damage to everyone, as RPK will fall. Magic's in a good spot, hasn't been found just yet. Alu continuing to do the damage. He's back on point, AWP in hand. Second kill for him. Can he make it a third? As Scream has tagged pretty much everyone in his entire team up. And Mixwell finds the kill onto Scream. This is a very tilting situation. XMS now coming down. Popdog running around. Bomb in hand. 1 versus 5. They will surely not allow him to get the bomb down, as HS comes round to finish him off 14-10. And I don't think Scream will be making that mistake again.
Optic must have been a little confused seeing those assists coming in from Scream after getting those frags.
There we go.
Here we go. We do get to see. He's just trying to throw it away, and he got it landed.
That's why you throw it backwards.
a little bit of a risk that didn't need to be made there. If that is the mistake that gives Optic a way back into this game,
that's going to be the first.
That's going to be something
like
you
that.
have flashbacks to in later life. That's something you need to sit on a couch and talk about. Try and wipe it from your memory, and Envyus are going to try and do just that now. Going into this round, XMS will have to hold a CZ, even though Happy had 3,200 that he could have dropped an AK for. All right. All right.
I'm just going to... You said flashbacks, and now I'm just thinking of Scream sat a psychiatrist saying, I lost us the game. That nade. It tilted us all. But 14-10, Optic do have the 8 AWPs in their hands. They've got the utility, they've got the weaponry to play with. It's up to Envyus now to battle back. XMS on that CZ can still be dangerous, but he's going to have to rely on his teammates to push in and open it up for him. Alu has been so huge as he picks up the first kill here. XMS does go down. Alu is a real pain in the side of Envyus at the moment. Picking up kill after kill on the board. Freiburg spraying down here. They come towards Ali. He's going to now pinch it in and position, but he's still making it happen. He's still making it work. Mixwell's chiming in as well. Scream is all alone. He picks up one, but he won't find another as Mixwell shuts him out of it with the AWP in hand. 14-11. And Optic, they've got a chance. They've got a way in. Where do Envy go from here?
A rough money situation as well for Envyus. They could be baited into the fact they could get some AKs along with armor, no head armor. So they're going to take a timeout, discuss what they want to do going into these rounds. Currently 14-11, so you do have some rounds in hand. but want to start trying to close it out now. Don't want to give Optic any way back into this game. As you can see, the money over in the Optic squad not in danger of being reset if they do lose one round. So Envyus going to pull out some pistols and just wait for that round 27 until they start to mount a fight.
And this makes sense. This is the best decision they can make here. They've got a couple of rounds to buffer with. Don't force up heavily too much into it. Don't go for some of the crazy strats we saw before in the Asia minor where just buy up AKs even though you've got nothing to work with.
There is no summer on this team, unfortunately. No one you can just throw an AK to and let them get 5 kills. So
not against Optic.
Have to go with this eco.
Now the key thing here for Envy is to try and get into a site. Try and catch Optic off guard. But Alu, he's been so strong in these last few rounds. He's top of the scoreboard for his team at the moment. Top of the server, 24 frags. Magis waiting for it to come towards B. Drops the smoke down to give him the advantage if they rush down.
Push. Just being held off by Envyus, but they are going to be ready. Just lining up all these members before they burst out.
Not ideal for RPK. He tanks up the nade, living up to the name as Mixwell comes in with the first kill. They're starting to rush him down. Magic Boy able to do it, but he's only able to get one. Mixwell continues to put the hurt on. The bomb will be planted, which is good money for Envy. It's going to be a struggle to hold as all the nades are coming towards him. Scream gets killed. Happy replies. 3 more to find. He's got a CZ in his hands. More nades coming towards him. He's burning alive, and Freiburg picks up the kill. Optic, take the round. Keep 3 alive. They've got the money to play with. And they're now at 14-12. This isn't over just yet. Envy's lead is starting to slip away, and we're back at that 2-round buffer.
Full buy will come in for Envyus. Thanks to that previous eco round, they will have everything they want, including an AWP 4-6er if he would like one. We see here a good retake by Envyus, or by Optic rather. Gets him another one on the board, and ever closer to closing this lead. 6er opting for an AK. It's going to be 5 AKs across the board, full utility. Going to see what execute they opt for this time. We've seen this early aggression over towards Ivy quite a lot from Envyus this time though. Not quite going as deep as they have previously.
Now Scream this time around. He's not struggling, but he's not been on fire like we've seen in the previous couple of games. First when they played against Ago, and the first map here against Optic. This is do or die for Optic. They must take train to take us to a 3rd map. Otherwise, Envyus go through and claim the final qualifying spot.
Coming to a close affair now. Envyus were looking set to run away with it. Optic game have clawed their way back in, and HS with a key frag could get them another round on the board.
RPK though going all the way down Pop Dog alone. No one there to back him up, no one there to get a reply frag. Puts Envy at a disadvantage straight away, and these are rounds they can't afford to lose. These are mistakes they can't afford to make. As HS continues to dominate the Pop Dog area, using mollies and incendiary grenades to his advantage, buying himself some time. He just missed the player towards A main though, but Alu's on top of it. Close range as well. 2nd kill for him. This man has been absolutely destroying Envy every step of the way here on train. You give him an AWP, and it doesn't matter if it's close range or long distance, he's making it work. The final kill comes in from Mixwell, and this deadly duo, 2 very skilled players with that sniper, putting up all the work for the Optic side.
This is where you start to get worried now. The money banking over towards Optic Gaming's cash. You see on the other side, Envyus. They do have enough money to get a buy, a bare bones buy at that. Wouldn't be ideal utility-wise. So going to take another timeout now. Discuss what is going to happen in this further round. Optic Gaming just 1 round away from tying it up.
The pause comes in, and rightly so. Envyus were up 14-10. It was looking completely rounded up and over. They felt in control. But now they've started to slow down. Optic are bouncing back. You can never count Optic out either. We saw it yesterday when they were playing Space Soldiers on Mirage. The overtimes, the plays coming out from this team. And they've got individual playmakers in everyone on that lineup. This time around, Alu and Mixwell are stepping up, AWP in hands, really making it difficult. As Mixwell does miss the first shot, he gives Envyus a chance to fall in, but Freiburg's there, backing it up. Freiburg with the first kill. Alu's there to reply as well. How much more damage can RPK do? As Sixer finds the kill as well. This is a great chance for Envyus to come back into it. They'll be able to grab themselves a couple of weapons, but Magisk able to do the damage from Popdog. No one was looking towards him. The bomb still hasn't been planted. Sixer there, ready and waiting with it. Sixer and Happy got to do the damage. They don't have the weaponry to work with until Happy picks up that AK-47. Magisk fallen back to B. Mixwell AWP in hand, playing towards CT, hoping that Happy pushes down the other side. Looking for just a little inch or a pixel, and this is what he's going to get. He finds the head. An easy shot for Mixwell to make, and Envyus, their dreams being crushed single-handedly here by him.
Sixer will be able to get the bomb plant though if he wishes. Unbeknownst to him, the Optic members are rather far away.
Oh, Sixer.
Instead, he's lurking, going to see if he can get any opening frags, try and get away into this round, but will fall to Magisk. Not that important that he does not get the bomb plant anyway. Of course, they do have that max loss bonus, so everyone's going to be able to get a full buy. That 800 extra isn't going to mean anything going into the 29th. But now, Optic Gaming have tied it up 14-14. Fighting for match point.
A tough situation for Envy to be in. Sixer with the AWP in hand. He's got to be able to battle back against Mixwell and Alu, who have been shutting down Envyus so far. Freiburg back on Ivy. Not going to push further forward this time around. Going to play defensively. The Scream is tagged up, down to 53 health. Oh, HS spraying him down. He can't see anything. He's completely blind. Still manages to get the first kill. As Mixwell can't take down RPK. RPK has been the entry man here today on Train. He's making it work. He's making it rain. He's making the magic happen. XMS looks to gain some coverage from either side. RPK running around, spraying down Alu. Puts it into a 3 versus 2. The bomb's looking to be planted. Magisk Boy in a position to do some serious damage here. He's been spotted out. The bomb gets planted. XMS finds the kill. This could be the 15th round made. Freiburg hasn't spotted him. XMS from behind finds the kill. And the 15th round as we hear Envyus scream and shout. And the server dies in the explosion of absolute chaos.
RPK single-handedly weaving his way onto the site. Currently the top performer in this game. 28 frags. Looking like the RPK of old, someone we've seen play so well in older iterations of CS as well as in CSGO. Stepping up for his squad when necessary. Match point Envy. And this is Optic's last chance now. If they lose this round, they will be knocked out of this minor.
Everywhere Optic looked, everywhere Optic turned, RPK was there, AK in hand, wrecking them. Popping their heads. RPK now looking towards the B site. Still a double AWP setup being played here for Optic. Still a strong buy coming in. RPK looking to try and do some damage here coming through the back of B. His teammates aren't quite with him just yet. He's looking to just be finding information for his team here. If he can get this round, they're going through 2-0. They're grabbing that qualifying spot. If they don't, then we're going to overtime, and Optic Gaming have to make it happen once again. All the pressure is on them.
A good adjustment coming out of Optic, though. Usually we see Magic's left alone onto B, but this time Mixwell has just rotated from connector to give him some support. He does have that AWP in hand. It's going to be vital to stop this B push.
Mixwell completely blind, doesn't take the shot. RPK finds the kill. Scream burns Magisk alive. He's only able to get one kill. The bomb's going to be planted. Could this be it here for Optic Gaming? As only Freiburg and Alu left alive. Freiburg He's calling it out. He's looking for backup. He needs Alu to come up huge. He can't get the first kill. RPK is an absolute machine. He's just coming in with a triple, destroying them. Everything they're trying here is falling apart. It's all up to Alu to try and clutch this out. He throws down the grenade. He's looking for someone to get close range. It's all being sprayed down. He's trying to avoid the bullets, but RPK comes in with the quad to close out that round. The star performance from RPK secures Envyus train and makes sure they qualify now for the major qualifier, and they go through to the grand finals to face up against Space Soldiers.
RPK gets 32 kills in that game to take Envyus to that grand final. They will secure that second spot out of the minor, but Optic Gaming, knocked out at the final hurdle, will not be attending that major qualifier.
What a performance from Envyus. They came, they saw, they conquered on Inferno, and it was convincing. We came over to train. They had a massive lead. It looked like they'd be doing it again. Optic battled back with everything they had, but it just wasn't enough. Envyus, they prevailed. RPK, just them last 2 rounds. What was that for? That was 7 frags in the last 2 rounds there. Entries, opening up the sights, being the key man that his team needed. And now that means we've seen Happy pop off. We've seen Scream pop off. We've seen Sixer pull up amazing AWP rounds. And now RPK to close it out. Envyus, a team that are making it happen. They now go to the grand finals. And Optic, they fall short. So close, yet so far.
Yeah, RPK reminding everyone at home of his tenure in this game, showing what he is capable of. 32 kills, just about squeaking the game, 16-14. And like you said, those last 2